So if you think she's walking too fast, I want you to think about going on to a 10-metre circle as opposed to a 20-metre circle. You've missed your marker. No. Well, okay, you still need to go through the thingy for your 10 metres. So either you're doing a 10 metre or you're doing a 20 metre.
I'll go on to a 10 metre, okay?
Okay, right. Well, in that case, you've got to go through the markers. That's through these two here.
Yeah.
Through those two there, those two, and then between
right
M
there.
and the grade thing.
Yeah, I can see it now, of course.
So you've got to ride out to H.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're doing the 10 metre, come through these two. And it's about following the... Whoops. No, we missed that. Less with your hands, more with your hips. Ride through these two. And now you're going to stay on this 10 metre. And then through these two. Less with your hands. Relax your arms. Soften your hands. It's your hips. Right. Whoops. Well, you fell in there. So think about your body and what's your body doing. Good. What's your body doing? And top the ball. So outside hip there. Now inside hip and shoulder. Relax your hands a little bit. Ride through. Whoops. We've got went out there. So we need more inside hip, less inside rein. Ride through here. Less inside rein, more hip. So it's inside hip.
I'm just going to stop for a minute.
Okay.
Just let her calm down.
So inside hip rather than inside rein.
That's a good girl. Good girl.
Think about engaging your core, sitting up a little straighter. So ask her to slow down, but you're looking for precision on the surface. And it's coming from your body rather than your hands. Do less with your inside hand, more with your inside hip. So you want to weight the inside if she's falling out. So weight the inside. Weight the inside, not with the inside hand.
Yeah, she's not going through them
Because your body...
she's spooked by them. It's not because
I don't think she is, Andrew. Honestly, I don't think she's spooked by them. I think it's a question of where our body is, because she was going through... It's not as though she's just seen them. She was going through nicely with Debbie. So I think if she was spooked, it would have been before. She wasn't asked to do anything we did before. But it's when our body goes into a certain position, then she says, oh, I can't do that, because she's following that. It's a bit like pie. So if we get our body right, then she can go through them without any problem whatsoever. Yeah? When we pull on the inside rein, what we're doing is we're causing her to fall out onto the outside shoulder, so she's missing the cones. But it's actually not her that's missing the cones, it's you. And then we say, oh, it's her, but in fact it isn't at all. If we get our body right, then she says, oh, I know exactly what you're asking.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
She's doing absolutely beautifully at the moment, and so are you, Andrew. Just keep, as we're doing, just keep riding around. Whatever you're doing now is good.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So what we have now is we have a nice, whoops, we lost it there. Stop for a second. So I want you to think about what you do. That was the first one, since we were having a problem, that I suddenly saw you do this.
Okay.
And what did she do? She fell out on her outside shoulder. She didn't really fall out on the outside shoulder. Exactly. So it's terribly, terribly easy to blame the horse. So we might, oh, it's not her fault, she's frightened. But we're still actually blaming her. And actually it's got nothing to do with her at all. It's all to do with us. So we proved that because we walked round 3 times and it was spot on and it was fabulous. And then, because you were talking to me, you weren't thinking about it. And then you started to think about it, hold on here, and we fell out. And this is the advantage of having these toes. Because if you were just riding a circle, you would have no idea when you were falling in or out. So, and it sounds a simple exercise, but it's actually very difficult. We've got to have it 100% right in our body for the horse to have it right in her body. And it's not a competition, so it actually doesn't matter if you fall out or fall in. All we want to do is understand the reasons we're doing it so that we can think about changing it. And there's no right or wrong, just providing we're aware of what's happened and why it's happened, and then we can make the necessary corrections. But it's very easy on my horse like this. My horse is frightened.
But she is, I mean, genuinely, she is frightened of objects on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, if she thinks she's got a tread over a pole, she'd
Yeah.
rather refuse it, or she'd rather jump out of a mirage
Yeah, no,
than jump over the pole.
I would exactly accept that if Debbie and I hadn't already worked and we spent enough time there. And it really wasn't an issue. We also have to be very careful that when we start to think a horse is fearful of something, I'm not questioning it, when we start to think that the horse is fearful of something, very often we create the fear that we're saying that the horse has got.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, you know, the easiest thing with a pole, stop by a pole every time and treat her. And treat her. And treat her. And that treating could be loves, it can be scratches, it can be something like an eat. Doesn't matter. So every time, you know, here we're frightened, so you ride up here to me, Andrew. Just ride up to me. Stop. Relax and really scratch her and feel what a beautiful horse she is. And really scratch. And scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch. And it becomes the space to be. So without you changing your riding at all, I could get my horse to do this, I could walk around, and then when I'm here, I stop and scratch my horse. Rest your hand, rest your hand. See now she's gone out, but actually she hasn't. What you've done is pull here. As you pull here, her neck goes that way, therefore her weight goes in.
I haven't done anything. She decided to avoid it.
Your hand?
No, because I tried to pull it back in
How did you try to pull her back in?
with the reins.
Yeah, but that's what's causing the problem. Come with me. That's right. Just let go through your reins completely. Let go of your reins completely.
She moved on. She did.
But you can.
Yeah, but you had to pull her in.
But I'll do it. I'm not saying she's going to be perfect, but it's what you're doing is compounding the problem. Now, just ride with those reins like this. I want your hips here. I want your hips towards. Now, let go. That's hand. Okay. That hand. Okay, so take your weight here. Not weight falling out. Weight on the inside. Yeah. Now she's come on the inside because your weight's coming. Keep your hands close. Now take your weight a little to the outside. To the outside. Good. Now bring your weight to the inside. Inside. Good. That's your hands. Inside. Whoops, that was a little too much inside. Outside. Outside. Weight on the outside. Good. Weight on the inside. You can shorten your legs a little bit, but don't pull on them. Inside. Inside. Hips. 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 Good. Hips. 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 Oh, very good. Hips. Hips. Very good. Hips.
I can see it.
Well done. Fabulous.
It's not the horse.
Now the horse has just learned.
Hips. Very nice. Oh, lovely. Hip. Hip. Oh, very good. Oh, that's it. So what do I have to do in my body? It doesn't include pulling. Fabulous. Yeah? Feels good, doesn't it? Very nice.
Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl.
Very nice. Now we're going to change the rein at this point here this time, and you're going to change it pretty much on your hips. So I want you to swap your hip. Yeah, fab. And go from the other way. Think which way your hip is. Less with your hand. I can see your hand creeping back. Hip. 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 Now you need a little more inside hip and less hand. Less hand. Good. Inside hip. So take your weight down into that inside leg. Press on the stirrup if necessary. Good. Less hand. Good. Less hand. Press on the stirrup if necessary. Coming inside. Weight to the inside. Good. Less hand. Less hand. So I want you to put your hands on her neck. But sort of, so you can sit upright. That's good. And be on hips. Shorten your reins just a tad. Hips. Your weight's going outside. I can see it. So, want your weight to come down onto this inside hip. Press down on the stirrup. Okay, now, inside, less hands, inside hip. Down, 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 down. Don't look down. Less hands. That's your hand creeping back, pushing her out. Down, down, down. Right, a little too much down. You need a bit of outside now. Less rein. Hip. Think of your hip. Right. Aiming your hips now for there. Good. Hip. Hip. Aiming your hips for there. That's her hands. Okay. Debbie, I really sympathise. If you've got, he's been your husband for how many years and he doesn't know the difference between hips and hands? Good. Come on. Hips. Hip. Hip. Good. Very good. Get that movement. Let that what come down onto this inside leg. Weight come down onto this inside leg. Good. Very nice. Good. Good. Inside leg, not inside hands. That weight comes down. Good. Got your inside hand. Inside kick. Good. Very good. Outside. Inside. 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 Oops, that was a bit outside. And think that's stopping. Well done. It's hard, isn't it?
Very.
Well done. We're so used to doing this that when we're trying to ride here, our body says, my God, how hard is that?
But it's nice to know that you can actually do it. Once you know that you're doing it, it's
Yeah.
just practice then, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's precision. It's giving yourself a target to aim for. Because you don't have to be a rocket scientist. Whoops, I've fallen out. Whoops, you don't even have to be aware of legs.
Yeah.
You can see straight away. You've got feedback.
So you just adjust it.
Yeah, but it's adjusting here, not here. Okay? Well done. You've done that.
Yeah,
You want to see if we can go large?
yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to try large, and we know she can do it. We're going to look for a turn on the forehand on those cones in the middle.
I'm doing a 20-metre large. Is that what you mean?
20 metre large. When we get to the cones in the middle, I'm going to be standing there. I'm going to meet you.
Okay.
I want you to stop about 3 feet before you get to the cones. All right? Okay, you can shorten up your reins a little now. I'm going to stop. Okay. Right, so shorten up your reins a little. Okay. Now, turn on the forehand is a turn against the direction of travel. So her head is going to have a little bend to the inside. Okay. Your yeah. Only when I tell you. Your weight comes onto this hip. Okay. You ask for forward momentum with this leg. Walk forward. Okay, now, when I say now, I want you to use this leg here, say move your hindquarters across, okay, and your weight's on the outside. Now, 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 now. Other leg says keep forward. That's it. That's the first turn on the forehand. Don't look so shell-shocked. No, remember I said we're going to do a turn on the forehand when we got to... Yeah? So, we're going to do the same thing. This time we're going to go around the 20-metre circle. When you get back here, we're going to do a turn on the forehand. No, I didn't. I'm going to stop. We're going to do a turn on the forehand.
Right, I know you just wanted me to stop, and then you were going to tell me something.
Yeah, it's a turn on the forehand. So off you go, and when you get here, we'll do another turn on the forehand. Now you're going to do it on this way. That's why we did a turn on the forehand to change direction.
Where? Up to where?
You're doing a 20-metre circle.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah. Okay. You do me now.
Good. Very nice, Andrew. Look your next marker. Very, very nice. Now you're going to ride to me, but you're going to stop about 3 feet in front of me. Stop! Lovely. So this time we're going to look to do a turn on the forehand that way. So this is the slight curve. Okay. Your weight comes over to this side. Okay. And when she steps forward, and I say now, you're going to move that leg and go tap and off.
Yeah.
And then I go now again, and go tap,
Yeah.
and off.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, okay.
So let's try it. So move it forward, and now, let's put a hand, now. Well done, sweetheart.
I see.
Yeah, there was a turn on the forehand there. Now, when we do the turn on the forehand, we're starting to flex the one hind leg, and the other hind leg has to step underneath.
Yeah.
Our weight's on here,
Yeah.
so if you think about what I said is you weight to flex.
Yeah.
So my weight's on here, so this leg has to flex.
Yeah.
This leg can control the leg that's in the air, which is why it's a now when it's in the air, and then it's off,
Yeah.
because it only works when it's in the air. So that is going to be good for her pelvis and her hips. It's good for her shoulders. It's good for her abs. It's good for her rib cage. And it's good for your pelvis because you're going to go whoop, 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 whoop.
How much can I use the ring?
Well, you can use the reins as much as necessary, but the trouble is what you're doing is
Twisting in there.
Yeah.
Right.
So the answer is, of course, you can use your reins, and you should be using your reins. But until we've learnt how to isolate our hands from our body, and you, Connie, and Debbie all have the same thing, the moment you start to use your part of your body, you actually help, or think you're helping, by doing all sorts of things with your hands. So we haven't isolated our hips and our hands yet.
Don't worry, John,
So
we'll
at the
get
moment, I'm
mentioned
trying
later.
to get you to avoid using your hands.
I've got to sit on the hands.
Yeah. All right, so the answer is, what I would do if I was using my hands, and if I was doing a turn on the forehand this way, is I would have a tiny bit of flexion in this. That's it. So all I've done is close my fingers. I've used this hand.
I need to know how much flex now.
Okay, that's more than sufficient flex. Okay?
That much.
Because you can see her inside eye, can't you? Yeah? Okay, so that's it. Release. That's all the flexion you need. Okay, now, as you come across, so it's against the direction of travel, she's going in this way, so your weight comes on here. All right? So this hand has to be still. You've got your little bit of flexion there. That's still, that supports it and stops it falling onto this shoulder. You're now using your reins correctly. You don't do any more. Everything else comes from the body. Yeah? Okay. Her flexion's here. So you'd be asking for her haunches. Right, yeah. So your weight's that way. Your hands are doing no more than they already are. Yeah? And you sit up straight, engage your core. Sit up straight, engage your core. Alright? Now, what's the put this thing? What do we say? This only works. The leg is in the air. So there's no point in using this leg at all at the moment because she hasn't got a leg in the air. Okay, well you can't do this at the moment because she's too tight. What? Remember each time I said stop at least 3 feet away from it? Okay, that's so that you can ask her to go forward, and you ask her to go forward with the other leg. All right, and then you say, now move across. Now move across. Now move across. So, less pull when you go backwards. It's one hand and the other hand. It's always upwards. We're actually asking just to go backwards from our back. Yeah, and stop. That was lovely. So if you're going to go from here, your flexion's here. So you ask her to come forward with this leg. And now, no, this leg's not in the air. Got to the leg in the air. So, right forward a bit. You're putting on the reins now. Can you feel how tight you got here? Yeah? So, exactly. And I've got to have, I mustn't pull on, which is why I was trying to get you to do it without the reins initially. So it's now, now. Okay, so you're going to flex her this way, just a little, close your fingers on the reins. Good. You did. And she turned very nicely for you. Look what your hands do. Yeah? Was that good fun?
Yeah, you did really well.